Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chris Babayode. Thank you.
Let me give you a moment to think about something. If I asked you about a famous first, what would come into your head? For me, it was the first man in the moon. If I asked you maybe about reminisce about a first, your first car, your first love, your first kiss, you can recall something, I imagine. Going back to a famous first, if I asked you who was the third, fourth, fifth person on the moon, who was your third, fourth, fifth love, second, third car, you'd probably struggle a bit. So the reason I'm saying this and talking about famous first is that by the end of my 10 minutes up here on stage, I'm making an offer to a brand marketing company to be the very first in Turkey, the very first in Turkey to unleash the power of AI in the realm of content and creativity using generative AI. So, bear with me, I'll show you how that's done. We've already done it before at the MMA, so we know what we're doing. So, there is an opportunity for one company in here, one brand, to be the very first in Turkey. Not the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, but the very first. So, my name's Chris Babayode, I'm the MD of EMEA, and I'm here and delighted to be here in Istanbul with my colleagues from MMA Turkey, and I'm going to spend the next 7 or 8 minutes talking about unleashing the power of AI. So, we're a member organization. Our members said to us, MMA, you need to focus and make a primary focus around AI. So what do? In the MMA, we're very good at delivering anagrams and pulling people together. And so we have the largest marketers organization in the world, a coalition that we have called ALC, the AI Leadership Coalition. We're bringing loads of people together. So how do we make it successful? What do we need to do? Well, actually, first and foremost, we need to get loads and loads of global companies, global well-known brands, as you can see some up there, whether they're brand marketers, agencies, technology solutions, and then we ask them, what should we focus upon? And as you can see there, frameworks, guidelines, best practices, knowledge sharing. So we bring all of that together, and then we have now launched and divided into 4 working groups. So we now have a working group that unleashes the power of AI on content and creative. We're unleashing the power of AI on audience development and media buying, unleashing the power of AI on measurement and analytics, and unleashing the power of AI on responsible AI, responsible privacy and bias. Thing is, AI's been around for a little bit, and what do we know so far? One of the things we do at the MMA in Turkey, MMA globally, MMA across EMEA, is that we do an awful lot of research. We ask the market for their information, their insights, and the like. So we have 3 state of AI. Where are we with AI research studies? All of them available to MMA members. Let me just give you a taste of what we're hearing back from brand marketers around the world. So one state of AI is around AI and marketing and consumer experiences, customer experience. AI and marketing and customer experience. And here, 2 out of 3 marketers are saying applying AI to personalization, customer experience, customer journeys, is a key priority for them. We have another set of research on AI in digital transformation. And here we asked a number of CDOs, chief digital officers, about AI in digital transformation, and 60% of them said that for them, the #1 outcome on AI is around process automation. And the next one, and a hugely exciting one we think as well, is the state of generative AI. And here, 3 out of 4 marketers, 75%, think that generative AI is going to be bigger than the internet. And that's pretty big, as I recall. It's going to be bigger than the internet, generative AI. So, we're hearing a lot about AI and the like today, but I'm just going to share with you now for 2 or 3 minutes something that you won't have heard on stage so far and you won't hear today. And that is, how can we specifically use AI in order to do what all of us are charged with doing in marketing, and that is to grow our business. How can we use AI to deliver growth? And this is where I've made the offer of a first in market, first in Turkey opportunity to a brand marketer to get involved in answering that question through research and insights that I'm going to share with you now. So, we developed at the MMA a program called CAP, C-A-P, and it stands for a Consortium for Personalization. And what we're really looking to understand here, and I've got some data I'll share with you now, is that if AI can deliver at scale, AI can deliver personalization, in the digital open web world, how do we actually make that happen? What are the steps we need to take? And what might we expect in terms of results? So this study and overview is answering that question. And it's answering that question for a number of companies around the world, but we haven't got a company doing it in Turkey, hence my offer. And ultimately, from an MMA perspective, we want, as an trade organization, to drive benchmarks, show the economic impact, show the return on investment for actual campaigns, and help deliver case studies to the marketing industry. We've done that already, as I said, so I'd like to share with you, and this is like 2 or 3 data points only. We've got many, many more. There's only 2 or 3 just now. So Kroger is a retail store, a large retail store in the US. They were the first brand, to participate. And again, what did we do? We tested AI-optimized display ads. Display ads, open web, online, optimized through generative AI. As you'll see here as it builds on the screen, they had some digital assets, they had some display ads, they had various versions that they had worked on themselves, through their creative department, through their agencies. We were then using generative AI to scale the number of creative versions, and then we segmented those versions and ran them in different times of day, different seasons, different voiceovers, different creativity, different devices, and ultimately, once you look at the number of versions and creativity, you look at the number of audience segments, you get a huge number. In this case, it was 133 million. 133 million various variations and creativity. Let's say significant that couldn't be done by humans in real time. We used generative AI to run this over a period. So what I'm going to share with you now is the results from this test, and I just wanted to give you a visual here that says literally there were hundreds of variations of creativity that was run in towards this campaign. So Kroger's had done this before. They had a baseline. They knew what to expect. They knew what their normal results were. However, the results that we found using generative AI, we believe were unbelievable. In fact, we had to check, double-check, triple-check the data because we didn't believe it. Their business gain, their gain in digital marketing performance was 259% relative to their base mark. We've also run this with other companies, Monday.com, the workflow company in the US. As you can see there, 188%. ADT, the home securities firm, that was at 137%, and General Motors, the automotive people, they ran video, I believe. Monday ran audio. That was up at 68%. So, phenomenal numbers, and as I say, my offer today, as I come to the last couple of minutes of my presentation, is that there is a company, a brand marketing company in Turkey, we would love to work with in order to see what results can be delivered. Digital assets, digital advertising, open web. You'll see an immediate ROI. You'll get early access to those insights to share within your company and scale up. We'll do it at a discounted cost. And also there'll be thought leadership. One day you'll be up on stage like me sharing these results. So that's a first. That's an offer on the table. You can talk to me, Melissa, or the MMA Turkey team, and we can make that happen. However, since the first can only be one, we do have another offer, and that offer is that we have a training session on generative AI, how to use generative AI systems in your day-to-day marketing work, and we can make that available to anybody and everybody within the MMA. We ran it over 5 days. They're 1 hour each. They've been recorded, and they will be available. So after 5 separate hours, and we suggest you don't do them all in one go, after 5 separate hours, you should be able to come away, as you can see from this quote at the end, walk away feeling more confident about knowledge on how AI works. So, hey, as the bell comes to the fore, I'm coming to my last couple of slides. I asked you earlier about firsts, if you could recall firsts, but here's a question that I would pose to you. How do you expect to get ahead when you're not seizing the opportunities that lie before you? AI lies before you. Working with the AI on personalization lies before you. We'd love to work with you. Outside of that, we'd love to build your knowledge in AI through our training sessions. There'll be more training sessions in 2024. Please come along for the ride. Join us on the way. There's a long way to go, and I'm sure if I was here in a year's time, we'd be showing a whole load more of return on investment on advertising through generative AI. There's my email, chris@mmaglobal.com, should you want to be the first to do this. Thank you, and thank you for waiting for your lunch, which I believe is now available for you. Thank you very much.